flow, which is a really good preparation for moving into handstand. Once again, firstly, my name's Anna, if you haven't practiced with me, from Union Yoga Collective in Maroochydore. And secondly, if you have any kind of niggles in your body, or you want to modify or completely skip any of the poses, you just always take what you want, leave what you don't, and always practice from a place of love and self-care. So we'll begin. I'm going to start with a square breath. So let your left hand just rest on top of your left knee. With your right hand, make a fist. Bring your thumb to your right shoulder. On an inhale breath, trace to your left shoulder. Hold the breath as you trace to your left hip. Exhale as you trace to your right hip. Hold, right shoulder. Inhale to the left shoulder. Hold to the left hip. Exhale to the right hip. Hold to the right shoulder. Inhale, left shoulder. Hold, left hip. Exhale, right hip. Hold, right shoulder. Inhale. Continue on. Just try to create the rhythm yourself. You can keep tracing if that gives you some reliable feedback, or you can let the right hand rest as well as you continue on with that beautiful pranayama. If you get a little bit lost, just start at the right shoulder again. Focusing on maintaining the same ratio for the inhale, the retention, and the exhale and the retention. Continuing on for 4 more cycles. As with any kind of breath work in yoga, if it makes you feel distressed or that you're fighting, just let it go and breathe naturally. It should never cause you any kind of anxiety or distress when you're working with the breath in a yogic practice. And once you've finished your 4th breath, I invite you to set an intention for your practice, maybe to be playful, joyous, embrace your inner child, and bring the hands together at heart center in prayer, Anjali Mudra. As for the moment, all of my intention is towards everybody experiencing health and well-being and just the healing of the planet. I apologise for any background noise. I thought I'd film outside instead of being in the studio today to enjoy the beautiful fresh air. So if you're chanting, take a full inhale. Exhale complete. Inhale for a chant of Om. When you're ready, you can blink open the eyes, release the palms, make your way into a tabletop position. Hands stacked underneath the shoulders, knees stacked underneath the hips. We're going to work with some wrist mobilizations first, because we'll be depending on them to support the weight of our body throughout the practice. So, spread your fingers as wide as you can, shift the weight back towards the bottom and try lifting the hands as if that imaginary floor lifted up with you, trying to get a 90-degree angle in active extension in your wrists See if you can avoid bending through the elbows, and you're rotating your elbow creases forward. So your full arm is in external rotation, a really safe position for your shoulder joint. Persevere with trying to keep the lift as you send the weight forward. You're trying to stack the shoulders over the elbows over the wrists, but keep the hands off the mat if you can. You might find a bend in your elbow creeps in. It's hard to avoid that, but just do the best you can. That's all anyone can really do. Take one more deep inhale breath, and on your exhale, allow your hands to plant. That should feel like a little bit of a relief, hopefully. You might, like me, find you can externally rotate a little more freely now. Take some circular motions, but trying to maintain that beautiful Hasta Bandha, that spread grip, like you're trying to scrunch up the mat, but you're basically spreading the weight over the full palm as you circle around. Take it in the opposite direction. And then come back to a neutral position, and you can move your hands into any kind of placement that gives them a little bit of release. I like to come to the tops of the hands so that the wrists are in flexion that we don't usually get in a yoga practice. Take a few breaths there, and then when you're ready, just going to spin around. Take some beautiful cat-cow undulation. So on your inhale breath, moving into whatever extension is available, and then on your exhale, coming into flexion. Inhaling, moving into extension, stretching the front line of the body, rolling the inner thighs together, and on your exhale, coming into that beautiful flexion, chin to chest, pivot bone to sternum, press the heart out through the back body. And now maybe get a little bit more creative with your movement. And you can always move the hands into a different position if that's getting a little bit already too spicy in the wrists. I say it a lot in the studio. Yoga gives you really strong wrists if you approach each of the movements with integrity. If you're compensating, it's when you get into a little bit of trouble, compensatory patterns. So really persevere with keeping a really good strong placement for you, and just modify so that you can maintain that. Now bring your knees into a little bit of extra flexion, a little bit wider, so you're not completely stacked knees under hips, they're a little bit in front. We're going to come into a static activation from animal flow. So press into the earth, and as you do that, feel the knees hover just high enough that a piece of paper could slide underneath. Keep breathing, navel up in towards the spine, and maybe see if you can hover your right toe tips as well. Right toe tips touch down, left toe tips hover. Left toe tips touch down. Take one more deep full inhale there. And on your exhale, we'll take a reset, lowering the knees down. And we're going to work on lifting one hand at a time now. But what you want to avoid is shifting too far to the side to lift. That's nice, the sun went behind a cloud. So find that position. I bring my knees usually a little bit wider, I find it helps me. And I'm going to lift my right hand, woohoo, and try and just find control there as I retract the shoulder blade. Let's go to the left hand, 3 lifts. Knees are hovering, forgot to mention that. Ooh, and then stick with the hover for 3, 2, full exhale, knees come down to the mat. Shift your knees back into a stacked position. Find that beautiful alignment there. Then toes tucked under, bottom goes back towards the heels. Make this a turbo vinyasa. And from there, start to lift your bottom high. Find your first Adho Mukha Vrksasana, and we've got a little dog barking in the background, so take your dog for a walk. You could rise high on the toes, roll the heels to one side. High on the toes, roll the heels to the other side. Coming back through to center. On an inhale breath, roll forward into a high plank position. Try and find protraction in the shoulder blades here. So hold here. If you want to modify, you could bring the knees down to the mat. What you're going to do is 5 scapular push-ups. So we're lowering our chest down towards the mat and then pressing back up. And all we're doing is squeezing our shoulder blades together and then pulling them apart. That's 2. Retract, protract. Squeeze together, pull apart. Last one. And now hold here. Find that really nice doming shape in the upper back. Shift the weight a little further forward. Take a full deep inhale breath. And then on your exhale, for the count of 5, start to lower. 4, keep the elbows stacked over the wrists. 3, squeeze the biceps in around the ribs. 2, keep pressing out through the heels. 1, roll the inner thighs together. And down, finding a prone position, a supine position rather. Oh no, prone. Drag yourself forward. Press your feet down into the mat. And on an inhale, rise for your first Bhujangasana. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, Bhujangasana. Pressing into the tops of the feet. Long neck. Exhale, lower down. On this third one, only lift as high as you don't need the support of your hands to help you. Keep breathing as you stretch them long behind you. And then, if it's there for you, invite them to come overhead. Keep pressing into the tops of the feet, strong back line. Try and maintain that lift. Hands come next to the low ribs. If you feel warm enough, Adho Mukha Vrksasana. On your exhale breath, Adho Mukha Vrksasana. Rise to the toes, tippy-toe towards the top of the mat. Now, if you've been practicing with me in the studio, while you're here in your forward fold, work through your toe cars. So lifting the big toe, the outer 4 toes, big toe and pinky toe touching down. Work on that here as you get a release along the back line of the body. And then start to bring your bottom down towards your heels. Reach your hands forward, sit down, Hanumanasana. Hold here if you want a bit more spice. Bring the arms overhead. If you want even more spice, take some little rocks. Three more breaths. Sucking everything in and down, keeping your lower back pressed into the mat. And then rising back up into your forward fold. Take your time to get there. Take a full inhale breath and then exhale, let it go. On your next inhale, slowly start to roll up. Take a nice big shrug. Shoulder heads moving down into the sockets, lengthening the fingertips down to the earth, finding your beautiful Tadasana. Recall your intention and send your beautiful positive energy out into the world. Inhale, reach up tall through the fingertips, gaze follows. On your exhale breath, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen, nice long spine, halfway lift. On your exhale, let's take a slow one this first round. Step back to a high plank, stay for your inhale breath. On your exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana, either all the way down to the mat for a cobra or hovering. Your inhale breath will move you, Adho Mukha Vrksasana. Your exhale breath, Adho Mukha Vrksasana. Rise to the toes, bend through the knees, gaze forward. Inhale, step, hop, float, tippy toe, halfway lift. Exhale, bow forward. Inhale, rise up tall. Exhale, Samasthiti. Inhale, Uddhva-Hastasana, drawing the ribs in. Exhale, bow forward, navel up and in, using your core to bring you into that beautiful compression. Inhale, lengthen, halfway lift. On your exhale, you could step or hop back Chaturanga Dandasana, nice and tight and contained. Adho Mukha or Bhujangasana on your inhale breath. Long neck, strong back line. Exhale, Adho Mukha Vrksasana. Now if you're working on a jump forward, bring your big toes to touch a little bit closer to your face. It's like a turbo dog. Bend through the knees. Gazes forward, rise to the toes. You could step, tippy toe hop, or you can try a little float. Controlled movement forward. Inhale, lengthen, halfway lift. Exhale, bow. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, energy down through the heart space. Final round, Surya Namaskar A. Inhale for length. Big container here. Exhale, pour forward. You choose the direction of your energy. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Adho Mukha, inhaling. Adho Mukha, exhaling. Now if you want to practice a couple more sun cells, just press pause and do a couple of extras, and you're always welcome to add in any little extra bits here and there that you want to. On an inhale breath, send the right leg long. Keep rolling the big toe into the midline of the body. Come high on the left toe tips. Exhale, draw the right knee into the right armpit. Stack shoulders over wrists. Inhale to the right wrist. Exhale to the left wrist. Inhale, left armpit. Exhale, right armpit. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Right wrist. Left wrist. Left armpit. Right armpit. Hold there. Right foot steps in between the hands. Left knee lowers down. Come into a low lunge. Asana. Send the weight forward. Turn the left glute on. Stamp down through your right foot. Maybe reach high, and if it's there for you, you can hover the back knee off the mat. Beautiful day here on the Sunshine Coast. Left knee lowers down. Shift the weight back. Flex the right toes. Adho Hanumanasana. Press your right heel down. And for a little bit of a neural floss here, left hand will bind your right shoulder. See if you can touch your right big toe with your left elbow. Oh, it's spicy. Release, fold. Now you can stay here in the stretch variation or pointing the right toes, maybe tenting the fingertips or flat palms next to the right calf muscle. I need to shave my legs. See if you can lift that right leg up with you and work on a little bit of compression. On the next exhale breath, lower the right heel down. Send the weight forward. Power up the back leg straight on an inhale. And on your exhale, try using your stomach to press your front leg as straight as it'll go. Come high on the back toes, it'll help. Flex the right toes towards the face. Press into the fingertips, don't the upper back. See if you can hover the right foot. Step back, downward facing dog. Option to stay there. Take a child's pose or make your way through a vinyasa. Let's move to the left side. Left leg lengthens long on an inhale breath. Come high on the right toe tips. Try not to bend this leg until now. Exhale, left knee into the left armpit. Inhale to the left wrist. Exhale, right wrist. Inhale, right armpit. Exhale, left armpit. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Left wrist, right armpit, left armpit. Hold there. Take an inhale breath. Exhale, left foot steps in between the hands. Right knee lowers down. Untuck the back toes. Send the weight forward. Asana. Square through the hips. Turn on the right glute. And maybe press into the top of the back foot for a little bit of length. Don't let that left knee collapse in like mine just did. Opening up all this tissue. Gets a real workout in this sequence. Right knee lowers down rather. Shift the weight back. Flexing your left toes. Fold over your left leg. Adho Hanumanasana. Keep pressing down through the left heel. Right hand will bind your left shoulder. Ooh, Whoa, see if you can get the elbow to touch the left big toe. Then release and fold. You can stay in the stretch or point the left toes and try lifting that leg with you as you come into some compression work. Try not to have a bend in this knee. One more deep inhale. Flex the foot, exhale, lower. Send everything forward. Inhale, power up the back leg straight and strong. Exhale, use your stomach to press your left leg as straight as it'll go. And that could be with a bend in the knee. Whatever's your safest, strongest effort. Flex the left toes to the face. Tentative fingertips or flat palms. Press and dome through the upper back like we worked on in the warm-up. And see if you can hover that heel. Step back. Adho Mukha Vrksasana. You could make your way through a vinyasa, stay in down dog, or take a child's pose. Or meet in downward facing dog. I feel sorry for all these homeowners. I'm practicing right near the water and my voice is really carrying. So hopefully they'll get some positive vibes from it. If you're working on the jump forward, big toes to touch with the feet a little closer to the face, rise to the toes, bend through the knees, gaze forward, inhale, send it forward, maybe a little hover, and then slowly lower the feet down. Inhale into a halfway lift, exhale, bow. Bring your big toes to touch if they're not, with a slight gap in the heels. Bend through the knees, lower the bottom, reach forward or high. Utkatasana, that breeze is so nice. Remember, squeezing your knees together, trying to separate your feet, drawing everything up towards the crown so that your energy is traveling this way rather than down. So wrap this tissue under. Now, shift the weight into the left leg as you draw the right knee up into the chest. Keep reaching high with the armpits. Try and keep that knee there as you extend that leg long and hold. Good. Fight to hold it there. On the next exhale breath, slowly brush your right foot past your left, coming into Virabhadrasana 3. No bend in the extended leg, uncooked spaghetti. See if you can bow a little bit further forward, maybe coming into Urdhva Prasarita, Ekapadasana, standing split. Then sprinkle the fingertips down. Watch your right toes as they touch down with control. Lower. We never drop. It's always the lower. Controlled. Low Anjaneyasana. Square through the hips. Power up the back leg straight. High Anjaney. Keep working on opening this tissue, but not letting the ribs flare. You're staying neutral. Hollow body, front shape. Front hollow body. Oh, you know what I mean. Inhale, send the left leg long. Exhale, find a halfway lift here. Suck everything up and in. Full contact of all four corners of your front foot. You're up high on the back toes. Inhale. Whoa. Rise up tall. Exhale, bend back into the left knee. Inhale for reset. Exhale, frame. Send everything forward on your inhale breath, and then exhale. Use your stomach to press your left leg as straight as it'll go. Flexing the toes, pressing into the hands, maybe tentative fingertips. Try hovering that foot. 3, 2, 1. Send it back. Ekapada Adho Mukha Vrksasana. Exhale, left knee, left armpit. Inhale to plank. Finish your vinyasa here and move straight back to down dog. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha. Exhale, Adho Mukha. On your inhale, the right leg lengthens long. Exhale, draw the right knee into the stomach. Step the foot in between the hands. Left knee lowers down. Rise up, low lunge knee. Square through the hips. Power up the back leg straight. Good. Try and press the back of your left knee crease up to the ceiling, the sky, wherever you're practicing. Lengthen the right leg long on an inhale. On your exhale, find a halfway lift. Try and keep the full contact through the front foot. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, bend back into the right knee. Inhale, draw everything up and in. Exhale, frame the front foot. Inhale to lengthen forward. Exhale. Hanumanasana variation, pyramid variation. Flex the toes towards the face, tent the fingertips or press into flat palms. Try lifting and hovering. 3, 2, 1. Step forward on that foot. Well, I almost sent you in the wrong direction then. And then reach the fingertips further forward. Draw the left knee up into the chest as tight as you can. Come high on the right toes or leave the right foot grounded. You're going to send that left leg in front. Maybe seeing if you can balance in a bit of a pistol squat for a moment and then lower the bottom down. And here we go for a bit of core work. Inhale as you lower. Exhale, rise. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold here. Work on drawing that leg as close to you as you can and use a bit of that momentum to help you find your pistol squat position. I'm using the left hand to help me. I'm going to stand up and through, trying to lift my left leg up towards the sky for a standing split. However long it takes to get there. Sometimes it takes longer than other times. Now, an option here is to come into your handstand. Woo, you're ready. I'm on a little bit of a shifting surface here, so apologies for my balance. What you want to do here, I don't know if you can see with me, my shoulders are stacked over my wrists already. I'm not back in this position. I want to make it easier for my body to move into the pose. So I start here, I come high on my right toe tips. This top leg can kick, but it has to stay rigid and strong. So when you're ready, have as many kicks as you want. You might just want to lift that heel. You could even try bending the heel in toward the right foot, the grounded foot, in towards the glute. If it's there for you to catch a little balance, work on holding it and keep fighting for it. When you come out, come out with control, as much control as you can. Slowly lower the left leg down. Take a little dangle to reset. You can work on your toe calves there if you want to. Bring your big toes to touch. Move towards the top of your mat if you've crept towards the back. And then slowly rise up. Take a nice big shrug, up, back and down. And then find your Utkatasana. Go through that little mental checklist. Breathing fine, smooth and even. Shift the weight into the right leg this time. Draw the left knee as high up into the chest as you can. Try to keep that knee where it is as you extend the left leg long. And fight to hold it. It's worth fighting for. On your next exhale, slowly brush the left foot past the right. Make your way into Virabhadrasana 3. You might want to keep coming forward there. Maybe find your way into a standing split variation. You can take your right hand behind your right calf. Try and bring your head towards the shin. It doesn't matter what it looks like, as long as it's in control. Tent the fingertips forward. Watch your left foot as it slowly steps back and down with control. Now we've been here before, we know where we're going. We're just going to add a little bit on here. Coming into your low lunge, flex your right toes, exhale, bow forward, Adho Hanumanasana. If you have full Hanumanasana in your practice, you could move into it, working on keeping it nice and active. Back toes tucked under, squaring through the hips. If you're in the full variation, return to the half. Little hover of that leg, then lower it down. Everybody, back toes tuck under, rise up high, Anjane. Inhale, lengthen the right leg long. Exhale, find your halfway lift. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, bend to the front leg. Inhale for length. Exhale, frame the front foot. Might be a bit more stretch, that's okay. Lengthen everything forward. Exhale as you use your stomach to press your right leg as straight as it'll go. Flex the toes. Try a hover. Try. Step back. Ekapada Adho Mukha Vrksasana. Exhale, right knee, right armpit. Inhale to plank, Volakasana. Exhale, finish a vinyasa or move straight back to down dog. Some poor bloke's walking past with his dog looking a little bit put out. Inhale the left leg long. Exhale, draw the knee into the nose. Stack the shoulders over the wrists. Step the left foot in between the hands. Help it through if it needs. Right knee lowers down. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, either Adho Hanumanasana or the full variation if it's in your practice. Strong and active. Now, if you're in the full variation, return into the half, probably a little more gracefully than me, and then see you can get a little hover of that leg, and then lower the foot down. Send the weight forward. Low Anjane, high Anjane. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, halfway lift. Hanumanasana variation. Inhale, rise. Exhale, bend into the left knee. Inhale for length, getting lots of very weird looks. Exhale, frame the front foot. It's just like being in school again. Just kidding. Inhale, lengthen everything forward. Exhale, use your stomach to press the front leg as straight as it'll go. Flex the toes to the face, press and hover. Remember, we're stepping forward on the foot. Draw the right knee up into the chest. Start to lower the bottom to the heel. You can come up on the left toes. You can try keeping the left foot grounded. Send that right leg through. Ooh. See if you can hold your pistol squat for a moment. The left leg isn't quite as mobile as my right. So I just use a little bit of support. Coming down onto the bottom. Time for a little bit more core. Inhale, exhale, lift. Five, four, think smile. 3, 2, it feels so good. 1, hold there. Fight to bring that leg as close as you can. And then maybe giving yourself some support to come back into the pistol squat. See if you can make your way through. Either standing split or once again the little kicks into the handstand if you want to work on that. Or your full handstand hold. Whatever's available to you. Slowly lower the left foot down. And then the right foot comes to meet it. Take a little dangle. Ooh, let it all go. Now inhale to look up and lengthen. Option to move through a vinyasa to meet in downward facing dog, or to just step back to downward facing dog. Yogi's choice, that's where we'll meet. You could also take a child's pose. elbow where your left hand was, your right elbow where your right hand was, and then either bring your third eye center down to the mat with a nice gentle prayer, or you can try gazing forward and just shuffling your knees a little further back to get a release in the armpits, the triceps, and the shoulders maybe. All of the muscles have been working so hard. Forward, resting the throat and the chin. Maybe holding the edge of your mat. Whatever gives you a little more traction to enter into the pose. Remember, never sacrifice your breath. Deep, full, calm inhales and exhales. Release on your next inhale, breath roll forward. Forearms come down to the mat. You're right, Brant, this little Manduka mat is very small. It's like fun size. Still a very good mat nonetheless. Now, drag yourself forward here. Press your pubic bone down into the mat and take your feet a little wider. Now try not to let your heart sink forward. Be nice and proud and tall through the collarbones, extending through the crown of the head. Bend through the knees, big toes to touch. Try to pull your heels towards your glutes, and if you can, try hovering your thighs off the mat. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Thighs touch down, legs lengthen long. Brush your hands alongside your body. And coming down to prepare for Adho Mukha. So a halfway lift in locust. Option to hover the legs as well, full Savasana. Final option, bringing the arms overhead. Bring the arms back alongside the body. Lower the legs down. Stay for your inhale. Exhale, coming down to the mat. And remembering you can rest when you want to. And as I have been saying in these videos, you can pause me or turn me off at any time. Totally up to you. I won't know. But maybe I will. Now, one final round of this activator and backline strengthener. And then we'll come into our full back bend. So Adho Mukha, strong legs, pressing them down into the mat, pubic bone pressing down, lengthening, trying to space and embrace around your spine here. Option to hover the legs as well. Third option, arms overhead. Arms go back alongside the body. Deep inhale. Exhale, the feet lower down. Stay for the inhale. Exhale. Allow the body to rest. Whew. Notice your physiological response to back bending. It's just so beautiful. Never ceases to amaze me. And I personally find back bending very difficult. I think that's why I love the challenge so much. So the final pose we're coming into in extension is Dhanurasana, bow pose. So if you need to take your knees really wide to get a grip around your feet, and I would say try and get your ankles, you can just bring your knees back together. We'll enter into it in exactly the same way that we entered Shalabhasana. So find activation along the back line And persevere with pressing your pubic bone down. Lengthen the crown away. And imagine you're coming into a half locust. I was going to say lotus then. That would be impressive. So come into that, and then once you've reached that, you can come into more extension by activating the legs. One more deep inhale breath. Exhale, the legs lower. Stay for the inhale. Exhale, torso lowers down. Keep a bind. We're going to do just one more. So let's go for it. Upper body lifts. I like to dorsiflex my feet in this. You can keep pointing your toes, up to you. Get as much height as you can there, and then come into your full bow. Keep breathing. Deep inhale. Tops of the thighs come down. Exhale. Stay for the inhale. Exhale, lower yourself down. Woo! Take a little windscreen wiper or even a egg beater action. And then from there, we're simply going to roll over onto our backs. Oh, that's so nice. Cross the right ankle over the top of the left knee. Come into a figure four. So you're binding your left shin. Really first opportunity here to open, I don't even know where I'm looking, it's so bright out here. To open our hips. Now, release the bind around the left shin, but keep the legs as they are. You'll lower your legs over to the left-hand side body. Maybe see if you can get the sole of the right foot down, and then take a twist here, as well as an outer hip opening. I love this variation of Supta Matsyendrasana. Now, Brown and Holly, I'm expecting you to know all of the Sanskrit words to all of these sequences. Optional extra, and only if you want to take it. Take a bind around the outside edge of your right foot with your left hand and see if you can extend the leg long. Leave your left knee bent. Good. Release. Come through to center. Both feet plant. Left ankle crosses over the top of the right knee. Draw the right knee in towards your torso. Give it a nice loving squeeze. Release all the tissue on the outer left hip. Starting to really calm both the nervous system with the breath and the intention of the energy as well. Releasing the bind, keep the legs as they are. Lower the legs over to the right hand side. See if you can get the left sole of the foot down and come into your twist there. That beautiful outer hip. A TFL, tensor fascia latte release as well. And if it's there for you to take the bind outside the left foot and extend the leg long, holding with the right hand, that's option, or you can stay in the twist. Well, you're in a twist. You can stay in the original twist. We'll come back through to center. Maybe make some little circles here with the knees. And then coming into Ananda Balasana, bliss. Take any final poses you like to take in your practice. When you're ready, you'll come into your final resting place. Shavasana. I'd recommend staying here for 5 to 8 minutes.